No.
When I was like 10 years old, my dad walks in. He goes, "How did you get so friggin' dark?" I was like 10 years old already. Like,
What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened?
Yeah, so we're dropped like last week as of now because we dropped 3 episodes at once, which I'm fired up about.
Yeah.
We did the 2 audio and the video, and now we're rolling, and Concrete Kicks is up and running, and it's a machine. We got Zach Stein over here producing.
The great Zach Stein.
Brought him in from Fat Jocks. He, I had 2 podcasts at one time, and we each had their own producer. One was Tyler Gazard, one was Zach Stein, and I said, who am I going to bring in for this one? Definitely Zach. Definitely Zach. Did a much better job. Tyler would always just be like, we would catch him staring off. Yeah. And he'd be, and then he wouldn't do anything production wise at all. And then he'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, dog. I got too high."
Yeah.
And I'm like,
you'd be thinking about the girl he's gonna marry
people
next.
just getting stoned on a job like that.
I know.
You know? What the hell is going on? Get it together. We've got a job to do.
yeah, fucking Axl Rose over here. How many different animal pattern clothes are? You should see Jackson's room. It's literally like, have you ever been to the Bins, a thrift store? No. It's like the Bins are like.
Willie, you can't come in.
The Bins are amazing. They're like a Goodwill offshoot where they're like, you know what, you animals, we're not even putting these.
We're not even gonna hang these.
There's no hangers. There's no cabinets. It's big, giant bins that they push out.
That's the name of the store. Is what's also the worst part about it.
Yeah. And you just gotta put on gloves, and people go nuts because there's a lot of there's an economy of people who resell things. So you got your book people who know who can spot a first pressing of Tom Sawyer or something, you know.
Yeah.
And so they'll be like, new bin entering aisle G, new bin entering aisle G, and then 40
thrifters and homeless people just jostling for the fucking.
Dude, it's the Star Wars cantina. It's the most different kinds of outlaws that you ever see.
Yeah. You slit a guy's throat for a fucking pair of pants, and they go back to playing the music
for a box set of Seinfeld.
A TikToker's fighting a guy taking a shit for the fucking for the leopard print jacket.
Yeah, there's like a rare Beatles LP, and somebody's just fucking stomping on you for it. And that people, they literally circle around it, throw elbows. It looks like it looks like a really important second free throw has just been taken, and they jostle at
That's
the free
how I treat
throw.
the airport. When I get my bags, I'm just like, bin, new bin.
Dude, so the bins is basically, imagine if you had the bins, but no bins. That's Jackson's bedroom. Okay. You take the bin.
Seinfeld bins, no bins. Bins but no bins.
You just take the bin and you dump it like a dump truck into the middle of the bedroom. But it's just all clothes that groupies of Guns N' Roses would have worn.
It's my collection.
Do you know how many times Slash was sucked off by somebody wearing pants just like that?
Exactly. It's a souvenir from when I sucked off Slash. You know how many times I sucked off Slash?
He signed him after.
It was all me. He thought I was just me in different wigs, sucking off Slash.
Dude, looking back on Slash, best choice of aesthetic because he buried his face with his hair and he wore a top hat. So when you see him now,
glasses, too.
you can't tell he's 65 years old because his look is to cover his face completely with hair. As long as he dyes that hair black and he throws that he could be like Gallagher bald up top. You wouldn't know. Those beautiful curls are coming out the back. He throws on that top hat, covers himself up with a Les Paul. Yeah, he looks just like it's 1985. It's unbelievable.
The hat has the hair now.
Yeah, exactly. It's like one of those reggae Jamaican hats with the dreads coming out the back.
Just exposed brain under the hat.
The hat is his skull. It's
like
a birth defect. He's like a thalidomide baby. He came out with a fucking top hat skull.
The face is the hat. It's got a breathing mask over the skull. Who dares disturb Slash's slumber?
They replaced Slash when they first came back with. Remember, they were going to do that album Chinese Democracy, and they worked on it for like 19 years. And and Axl Rose got super fat, and he had really thin spring break braids in his hair, like really patchy spring break braids.
Something about Chinese democracy just didn't work. You know, they couldn't bring it to fruition.
He replaced him with this guitar player named Buckethead.
Okay.
Who is
just slash him with a bucket instead of a top hat.
Literally, instead of a top hat, he wears a KFC bucket. I swear to God. And he wears a white mask. Like maybe even
It's
like
just Slash, but rebranded.
But open a new tab because I want those other ones pulled up. But look up Buckethead Guns N' Roses.
A real
And he's
upgrade.
like, he's a shredder. He's a complete freak, virtuoso guitar player. And he said he learned playing guitar by watching Halloween on silent. And he would just try to score it with his guitar. I don't think that's true. I think he thought that was a cool origin story, and it's not.
He's more of like a wrestler than a guitar player.
I know. And the KFC bucket. Oh, there he is. Look at him.
Okay.
Oh my
Look, it's a KFC bucket.
What the
And it
fuck?
says funeral, I think, on that or something. I don't know. Yeah. But another good look. That guy could be 80, could be 20. I don't know.
Who knows?
He looks like a geisha.
He does. He does look like a geisha. He really does. Okay, well, since we're in the area of music, I prepared for this episode. And I'm going to let you choose, Willie. Have you ever heard of a 90s rock band called Everclear?
Yeah, my dad loved Everclear.
I imagine.
Yeah.
He seems like the kind of guy who would relocate to Maui, would love Everclear. Did your dad bleach his hair? Wait, did your dad go to Hawaii?
Yeah.
He did? Because
Yeah.
I know, didn't you were raised by your mom, right? Mostly?
Yeah. Well, my mom and dad, they were just divorced.
And then doing...
But she was also gay over
Who gets
over there.
divorced in Hawaii?
Dude,
Children of divorce.
everyone. It's a great place to get divorced. Just a fucking shitty beach town at the end of the day.
You know
what I
what's
mean?
funny? Before we get into this, I was watching a old Colin Quinn PSA about ice, which I think is meth.
Yeah,
I think it's like an old
yeah.
term.
Yeah.
Colin Quinn?
Yeah, because he was like an MTV guy. And so MTV, they made all their VJs do like PSAs and shit.
That's hilarious.
Like where they're like, hey, I know we're goofing around, but all jokes aside, ice is serious. But apparently at that time, like ice, the ice problem, which I'm pretty sure is meth, I don't know.
Yeah, it is.
But it is, yeah.
Yeah. They still
It
call it
started
that
in
in
Hawaii.
Hawaii. Yeah, they still call it that in Hawaii.
Like that was the big problem in like 1987 or whatever, was Hawaii was being
They're
overtaken
juggling
by meth.
torches and
Yeah.
smoking meth
It's
on the
still
beach.
like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Dude, there was we were like smoking weed before high school one time, me and my friends, and this guy who's like mowing the lawn on the baseball field comes in. He's like, "Hey, you guys want to smoke in the bathroom?" And he like pulls out a meth pipe. And I'm like, "Dude, we're like 15, dude. Like, go smoke fucking meth alone, you freak." And he's like, "All right." And he goes and smokes meth and just gets on his lawnmower and just fucking.
That's a whole different groundskeeper, Willie. That's a whole different
that's
one.
a different guy.
I got approached by a guy like
This
that
big
too.
fucking-
Where in Nephi, Utah, dude was like, "You boys like to party," and I was like, "I do like to party." My friends were like, "No, that's a meth head."
He's gonna have gay sex with you.
I was at the bus stop. Another dude was like, "Do you like to party?" And I was like, And then the dude I was with was like, "Do you smoke crystal meth? This man wants to know." Very direct.
Yeah, meth was not a big problem. I'm more from the opiate part of the
Era.
country.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like Maine was, if you watch the Sackler documentary on HBO, like Maine was one of the front lines
Oh,
for
word.
the Percocet pushing.
Okay.
Yeah. So like heroin was more my thing, my side of the fence, and I have been doing a bit that's 100% bombed. But I'm gonna stick with it. But I have been talking about like how I'm glad I quit drugs before the fentanyl thing got out of control, because like when I was younger, like when drugs were spiked, it was like, ooh, it was like a mystery. Like it was like exciting. You know what I mean? Because like ecstasy before like MDMA, like MDMA came out in 9 different iterations, and the new iteration was always supposed to be pure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it always gets cut with something immediately, because there was like ecstasy was supposed to be MDMA, and then after that there was MDMA, and then Molly, and then Moon Rocks, and they all just become cut with fentanyl and everything.
Yeah.
But like the new one was always supposed to be the pure one.
It's a copy of a copy of a copy. It's totally pure.
Yeah, but when I would take like those double stack ecstasy pills, they have a star on them. And I would always just be like, I wonder what this is gonna be. Like, you know, you take it, and it was like, it was usually either cut with like heroin or meth.
Yeah.
And so it's like, if you were dancing, it was meth, and if you were chilling, it was heroin. And I swear to God, every time I take it in my back, way deep in my brain, I'd be like, come on, heroin, I want heroin.
I remember we used to do Molly in Maui, and it was always a great time. You know, we fucking loved doing Molly. And then I did Molly in college in Seattle. I took it, and I was like, oh, that was meth. That's a weird. I wasn't doing Molly at all.
Yeah. I used to think Maui made you like grind your teeth a lot.
I thought it was like a fun, like jumping around, doing shit all night shit.
Yeah, that's the thing that like I'd find myself dancing, and I knew it was meth because it takes like a hard drug for me to dance.
But that's classic ecstasy lore, right? Is you grind your teeth on it, right?
No, that's more meth
I
than
think it's
coke.
just all got meth in it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Everything. My cough syrup has meth in it.
Yeah. I remember I took a
Sleeping
pill.
has meth in it.
I was at a party, and I took a MDMA because I had this friend who worked at an after hours bar, and he would pat everybody down, steal their drugs, and sell them to us. So I took this Molly thing, and I was just like, everything looks green. And this girl goes, there's a green light bulb. It's not, Molly's not a psychedelic drug, you idiot. I was so embarrassed.
I'd have killed her.
You want to be cool on drugs. I was getting picked on Molly, and my brain was wide open. It was receptive to everything. It shattered me. It fucking shattered me.
Dude,
I would have been on a
can't
murder
do
spree.
coke for that reason because I'm like in general I'm like, oh shit, am I being annoying? Am I talking too much? And then on coke I'm like, I definitely am. I'm right about this. It's driving me
Wasn't
nuts.
there a little bit of relaxing in the fact that your inner fears are actually true? Like, isn't there something, like, I've found whenever anything really bad happens, like I get in a car accident or somebody close to me dies, it's like really horrible, but at least my anxiety has a real home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
was right.
Yeah. I have a reason to feel this way for once. Like, because I feel like that every day, all day, for no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, the uncertainty drives me fucking nuts with anxiety. Then once I find out like it was the worst possible case scenario, I'm like, oh, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Now I know I'm fucked.
Yeah, as long as I know what the consequence is, I'm fine in a crisis.
Yeah.
Like there was one time I was working for this woman, this sweet lady in Athens, Georgia, and I was such a shitty punk. Like I just felt like if you were working at all, then inherently the person paying you is the devil, you know, because I just had a shitty attitude. But I was getting paid like $20 an hour to do bullshit in 2007.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? She was like paying in Georgia. The minimum wage was probably 2 cents at that point in Georgia. She had an Emmy. She worked on the Olympics in Atlanta in '96 and won an Emmy. And she was this like cool outlaw lesbian lady that I used to work for.
Outlaw.
And
You're the man.
She worked on the bombing.
yeah. She framed Richard Jewell, actually. It almost got away
for
with it.
framing Richard Jewell.
If it wasn't for that meddling Clint Eastwood, she would have got away with it.
Outlaw lesbian sounds like the last porno I watched. Outlaw lesbian.
That's what Jackson's dressed like.
I'm gonna fucking cut you up. I'm gonna cut you up. I'm the one with the sex appeal. You don't hate me because I'm beautiful.
I just imagine just letting you loose at a truck stop in the middle of Montana. Oh my God.
Lot lizard, you actually have the lizard skin.
I know you look like a literal lot lizard.
I'll be getting sodomized in 10 minutes at a truck stop. Oh, say. That's what
You
I
know what's
pictured.
funny? They would think about it, and then you would open your mouth, and they'd be like, "Ooh."
Never mind.
Let's just kill this one.
There's not enough crank in the world for me to fuck this thing.
What's scary is like when the truck dealer's like, this guy's gonna murder me.
I've never been so turned on in my life.
So I do
Tables
it.
have turned.
Yeah, you're right. They'll feel so scared they'll make you their wife.
Oh, man. I do it for your sins. I suffer for this pot. I dress this way for big singers, baby.
Jackson's the lot
Wait, are
lizard
you-
of vengeance.
Were you just kind of referring to yourself as Jesus Christ?
Yeah.
You do this for my sins?
I do this for your jokes, for your sins. Come on, baby. Lay it on me. Put the nails in. Ay, ay, ay. Yum, 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 yum.
Oh, good Lord. we'll just push off for a second. You know what I've been watching recently is Wife Swap. Have you heard of that show? Remember Chappelle's show made fun of it where they did Dad Swap.
Yeah.
And I'd only seen the Chappelle sketch about it. I'd never seen the actual show.
Doesn't Gilbert Godfrey do it?
They haven't this is still the beginning, so they haven't hit their wall yet.
Yeah, we'll have to get celebrities.
Yeah, they haven't had to do celebrities yet.
Yeah.
But there's this one great one where there's they're traditional Southern family. They got a Confederate flag out in front of their house, and then they switched.
That's traditional.
In 2003, believe me, I lived there at the time. That was one of the first little protests I ever went to, was banning the Confederate flag, because in 2000, I don't know, 3 or 4, I think there were some social advancements where Georgia was like, we don't like the way things are going, let's bring back the Confederate flag, because it wasn't on their flag at the time. And then I think things happened, and they were like, maybe Obama won his senator race or something. And they're like, we need the Confederate flag back. And they brought it back in 2003, 2004. It was like a big deal. But so these families, this fat Southern fried food eating family. And then they switched the wife swap with this couple that is a white guy with dreadlocks and a Shelley Duvall looking environmentalist freak with buggy eyes.
Yeah.
But she's skinny. The environmentalist activist. So she's like a nut anti-gun animal activist compared to, from the perspective of the redneck, right?
Yeah.
He's like, this is insane. But because she's a slightly hotter than his wife, the first thing he goes, when I saw her, I was like, dang, I wish that was my actual wife. He didn't give a shit. And she literally,
I'm buying an electric car.
Yeah.
I'm all in.
Yeah, he's he's going to one of those turn your gun in conventions.
Yeah. Actually, the Confederate flag has a long history of pain.
My beliefs, I just masturbated them out of myself.
Hey, morals go out the window when you got a nice tight waist.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Immigrants are the backbone of this country.
All the women have that Darth Vader helmet haircut, and all the women they switch it with, they always there's that look in the South. It's just this joyless. It's just be a lesbian. You would be so much happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they dress like Kenny Powers, and they have that helmet hair, and they're just super Christian, and they sleep in different beds from their husbands, and and it's if you just ate some pussy, you would feel so much better, and everybody around you would feel so much better.
I'd feel better too. I love it.
Tape it. Send it to Jackson.
Tape it, please.
Because that guy who got swapped with the environmentalists, she was let's get to know each other. And they sat down and talked, and he starts crying on camera on the confessional where he's like, I just wish my wife would talk to me sometimes. It was so amazing. Yeah, he breaks up in tears. And then they cut to her. And over in the environmentalist house, the helmet-haired lady, and she's talking to the kid, guess what? And the kid's like, yes, ma'am. And then she'll be like, now go get dinner. And she's like, I don't want dinner. And she goes, are we interrupting? And I was like, oh my God. It took me right back to the fucking South.
Now
dude.
go get me my strap on. I need to fuck your daddy.
Yeah, dude, it was wife swaps endlessly. I hate reality TV, but I like that early 2000 stuff.
Yeah.
On this podcast, we watched that game show where it's you have to tell the truth to win money.
Oh,
and they ruin your life. They outed this girl's father as a pedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she did it for $8,000. It's for $8,000. Do you know for a fact that your father has had relations with an underage girl? And she's like, I knew you were going to ask that. She goes, yes. And then at the end, this is episode 2 of Concrete Kicks. You can go back and watch it. At the end, everybody's consoling the father for how embarrassing it must have been for him. It's psychotic.
That's fucking insane. That guy's a pedophile.
Yeah. I know. It's really every time I feel a little bit suppressed or caged in by the current culture, all you gotta do is just a little quick rewind and be like, a lot of this needed to change. A lot of this needed to change. There's literally a pedophile on national television being consoled for how embarrassing it is that we all know. He was a Mormon.
He was? Yeah,
He
no
was a
shit.
Mormon.
When you cage the beast gets angry. That's all I gotta say. There are so
He
many.
said that. That'd be so funny.
He's a Mormon. He had multiple child wives.
Yeah, no, the Mormons fucking they comes out weird when you tell a kid he can't jack off till he's married.
Wait, you can't jack off till he's married?
You can't come as a Mormon until you're married.
What a prison.
Yeah.
Like, I don't remember the Catholic priests even mentioning, like, I don't know. I think you're not allowed to whack off. You probably aren't.
I remember hearing, like, some people are like, oh, Catholic school's always telling you masturbation's evil. I never even heard
Never
about
heard
it.
that either.
Yeah,
No, we didn't talk about it.
My rabbi jacked me off.
Yeah.
He's like, this is good. This is
Come
what...
here, my son.
I didn't know you were Orthodox.
When the truth is found to be lies.
Tell me that's how they circumcise here. I don't know.
You fucking
Just keep, it's not coming off. Hey, it's not coming.
Oh, this must be childproof.
You gotta push down and twist. It's like a pill bottle.
Yeah.
No, you're just turning it.
Okay, I propose to you, Willie. What do you want to start with? So, your dad's favorite band, Everclear,
Yeah.
playing Woodstock '99,
Ooh.
Or-
my favorite Woodstock.
or Korn playing MTV's Unplugged.
Oh man.
I just
Just the fact, because Korn Unplugged is hilarious just by itself. The fact that you're even bringing up just a regular Everclear set must mean that this is fucking insane. So
It's
I'm gonna
pretty
go
good.
with the regular Everclear set.
Okay, so let me, before you press play, Zach, let me set this up. This is in the middle of their song "Father of Mine."
Yeah. No, yeah. All their songs about how he hates his dad. My dad's like, this is good shit.
Yeah,
Like-
all the songs are really like emotionally vulnerable, but they do it from like a rock and roll.
Yeah, like
so
a
like
fucking-
that song "Father of Mine," "Where Have You Been?" He's singing.
And he's like, fucking father of mine, like being all sexy,
Yeah.
singing about his dad didn't like him.
Yeah, and the line that they had just sung before this was, "My daddy gave me a name and he walked away."
Yeah.
He's singing that over and over again, and then they go into that rock and roll thing where it's just drum and bass. That "How you feeling?" So he's like, "My daddy gave me a name that he walked away," and then he's like, "All right," and that's where we're picking up from right there. So go ahead and press play on that one, Zachary.
Like the Hitler salute start.
Father of Mine.
In case you missed the first one.
Now watch some on the nose producing from the producer of this MTV program.
Okay.
Ready?
That lady was beaten with a flaming barrel later that night.
I know, for real.
That's what I thought stand-up was going to be like, dude.
That's it.
MTV.
Okay, Zach, you can pause it. And it's like, it's pretty poignant from the producer. It's like, where are these girls' fathers? Father of theirs.
Yeah, where are they
Where are they at?
I don't know if I agree with you about watching things from the past and being like, that needed to change.
The music is so bad,
Yeah.
it makes the tits
The
bad.
whinier you are, the better you should do with fucking crowds.
The music is so bad, the tits are sagging.
Dude, there's a comment below on this video. You don't have to pull it up, but you can go back to the main camera. There's a comment that says the timestamp 52:14. It goes, now those are some real milkers.
You know, that's like a 55-year-old guy.
Yeah, I know.
No, those are some milkers.
At least he's honest about his desire. I need milk for my child.
At least he's honest.
That's like an email chain of 55-year-old guys somewhere. Check out the milkers at 5214.
Jackson, I think if he had kept that to himself, he wouldn't be lying necessarily. I don't know if that's like, you can still have those thoughts, but it's so
You're
funny.
a liar if you don't say it. You're a liar. A dirty liar. I feel like I'm lying every time I keep my mouth shut.
Woodstock 99 is so fucking funny. And if you go to the, I don't know, maybe I'll just explain it. At the end of this video, maybe you can pull it up. At the end of that Everclear set, he invites everybody on stage, and there's like clearly underage girls dancing with him, and he's like, all right, nice. It's like really uncomfortable. If you see like, okay, there it is. These are like, look at this. These girls just turned 18 this year. He's going up There's a guy taking upskirt shots.
He's been paid by Woodstock to take upskirt shots.
Woodstock. That's all he's getting. Good lord.
He's
Fuck, man.
Look at this. This is Everclear. This is not Snoop. All these songs are sad.
I think they're just happy to be there, you know? There's a stage, there's a guitar. Let's get naked, let's suck, let's fuck.
You want to talk about red flags? Like, who would have guessed that this would have turned into a flaming riot? Oh my
People
God.
are losing their minds for fucking "My Dad Didn't Like Me" songs. Imagine when the fucking Chili Peppers get up and start fucking throwing shit at each
playing
other.
Fire by Jimi Hendrix. Limp Bizkit, dude. Coming out. Those sideburns are the most 1999 thing I've ever seen, dude. The unironic chops.
Yeah, the 90s may have aged worse than any decade. It's pretty bad.
It's awful, dude. The music
The
sucks.
2000s already is aging pretty badly, but only in like
Am I
some
wrong?
ways.
I feel like the modern times people just kind of dress as they please because of the internet, and you can just like pull up any fucking style you want. I don't feel like there's a uniform what's in.
Right.
Yeah,
I agree
is
with that.
true.
But
I
also,
am dressed like this.
you also aren't in high school.
That's true.
You know,
that's
like
true.
if you talk to my niece, she'll be like, I will never wear Adidas. You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
you know, like they're still like that.
It's sad that the corporations just fucking mainlining into the kids' brains.
Yeah, I know. Nike
no more
only.
Adidas.
Yeah, Air Force Ones only.
You'll never be touched if you wear Adidas. They'll never touch you.
What are you, a 45-year-old male comic? Why are you wearing Air Force Ones every day? You're-
Comedy's the only place you're going to see like a 55-year-old like has been wear the nicest Jordans you've ever
I
fucking
know.
seen, and you're like,
Dude,
what are you doing?
When I see Air Force Ones, I'm thinking older comic who's being thrown a bone by a more successful comic to let him open for him. That's the official shoe of the permanent middle act. They really love sneakers. I don't want to name names because I'm friends with some of these guys, and also maybe my future. But I won't be in Air Force Ones. I'll be opening for Preacher Lawson at 75 years old.
Being like, these are the Jordan 55s.
Yeah.
I got these instead of my kid a present.
I gotta be sexy on stage. That's what it's all about.
All right, let's watch. Okay, now this Korn thing, I have it queued up right away where you can press play. But are you familiar with Korn at all? Either of you?
A little bit.
Yeah, I know a little bit of Korn.
Do you know that?
The South Park Halloween episode?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the main
Scooby-Doo.
reason. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the main Korn thing.
There's no reason. They're like, my little spiel on Korn is that Korn is one of my major examples of how being original doesn't always mean it's good.
Yeah.
You know, like people really value originality. They kind of put it on a pedestal. But I don't think there was any band that sounded like Korn before them, and there shouldn't have been, and there shouldn't have been Korn. Like they're very innovative, very original, very terrible.
Worst thing that happened to me.
Yeah,
Yeah, sometimes there's
incredibly.
a reason no one's done it yet. Like,
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, hey, you can't say they're not original. But so they have this song where they start out. Their first hit was called
Same with
"Blind."
Gacy.
With what?
Same with John Wayne Gacy.
Oh, that's been done since the dawn of time.
Killer clown.
Yeah, so dude, I'm sure.
He combined a lot of stuff.
I'm sure there was a
Sounds.
caveman who put elk blood on his face to make a big smiley face right before he bashed somebody's head in with a brick. Probably a rock. They probably didn't have bricks. But okay, so their first hit was a song called "Blind," and it was known because he screams, "Are you ready?" And that's how the song starts. And it's like
And this is the acoustic set.
yeah. So it's like made for military recruitment videos.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
You
There's
can just
that whole
picture a
genre for
tank
fucking-
going over the thing. Are you ready to kill some Iraqis?
Join Desert Storm today.
Yeah, exactly. You want to kill some Kosovinians? Haven't heard of them? You still want to light them up?
Heard of 'em? Even
Are you
better.
ready? Yeah.
They
Okay.
bleed, right?
Yeah. They bleed just like an Iraqi brother.
You've never heard of them? They hate you.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the acoustic version of that song, Blind. Check this out.
Already. Not a good choice.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm down with it.
The place inside my mind.
Oh, did we miss it?
Place I like to hide.
Go back.
You don't know that chance.
Anything Middle Eastern.
Hold on, Jackson. That's not Middle Eastern, but anyway.
The
Kind
microtonal.
of sounds like African Child and get him to the Greek
World
a little
music.
at the top.
Well, it's just funny. Yeah, it's like
Hush now.
it's supposed to be
It's not-
played with like a distorted riff or something like that. It just doesn't sound good on acoustic.
just listen. Oh, hold on. You got to hear the Are You Ready? It's the best part of this whole concert. starting it on the djembe. You
He's using drumsticks.
Way to light this candle. It's, Zach, if you see, I put some pencil marks to the right of the laptop on that calendar. There's a couple timestamps on there.
That's my dirty talk. Are you ready?
Are you ready?
Look at this guy. He's in a pig mask playing a piano. They're just like still trying to stay edgy as they're playing acoustic guitars. They're all wearing like horse masks and animal, like different animal masks.
Playing Taylors.
This is Freak on a Leash, which
Okay.
that song is famous for the that thing going on in it. So instead of doing that, they brought in the girl from Evanescence to sing, and neither of them are really good singers. So when they start harmonizing, listen, it's new metal was not meant to go acoustic.
Can't I take away all this pain? I tried to ignite all in vain.
Here we go.
Sometimes I cannot
Listen how bad that is.
Sometimes it's my life I can taste.
He looks horrible.
Yeah, he looks terrible, and this is his prime.
They should put a horse
Like
mask on that
Axl
guy.
Rose, like in the future.
Yeah, I know he really does.
This is what Buckethead looks like underneath the mask.
The one dude not in an animal mask needs to fucking put one on.
I know, right? Also, just the amount of talent that's on that stage to play this fucking song. There's like the local chamber orchestra is there. I mean, these people like went to fucking Berkeley and Juilliard, and now they got to play "Feeling Like a Freak on a Leash."
Look at the masks on these losers.
Yeah,
That's a world-class jazz musician wearing a horse mask.
yeah, those people are so fucking talented, and they just got to play this song about this guy because his fucking uncle touched him, so he's got to write these musics for the rest of his life.
The soft drumming in the pig mask.
I know. Dude, the guy in the pig mask punches the piano a couple times in it to get a sound. And then will you plus put the volume up on this again? Because I want to hear. You got to hear that.
Sometimes I cannot feel my face. Never see me fall from grace.
Here we go.
Batman's Ninja Trainers on the viola.
Yeah, the Foot Clan is playing for the orchestra. Look at that.
People leaving the acoustic set. Like, how'd you feel? It was really edgy. Real edgy acoustic set.
I feel like I always want to wear Western clothes because it's the natural evolution of a punk to turn into a cowboy.
Yeah,
But,
it is.
but I think I look cool, and then I really just look like that guy when I'm in a Western shirt. I really just, I think this is it right here. Yeah, this part.
The horse.
Go.
That's all I wanted to hear right there. Pause it right there. That's that part. But it like that's the music. I feel like that like the way she was singing is like every time a movie goes to the desert.
Yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I didn't mind the instrumentals, but yeah, the vocals are pretty fucking cornball.
They're very talented, but okay. So one of my favorite bands ever is The Cure, and they brought out Robert Smith to do a Cure song with him. I think there's a timestamp on there for that.
Robert Smith and Korn.
It's just like, well, before you press play, it's so sad because this is like past The Cure's prime by 10 years. And so he's trying to stay relevant. And you don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I was trying to do something that 22-year-olds are doing. I wouldn't know if I'm with Korn or if I'm with something cool. Like, he's got his own thing. So
It's like watching Bert Kreischer do like a TikTok dance.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah,
This isn't your lane, dude.
Yeah,
You can
this
do.
seems really weird. Yeah, exactly. And so he comes out and they do like a song, and it's just like a really sad moment in aging. So go ahead and press play, Zach. And they like make it discordant. They take like they ruin it. It's like it sounds like they didn't even tune their fucking instruments.
Yeah, it does
there's like
sound
some
pretty bad.
dissonance going on.
Oh man,
Look at him.
he doesn't look happy at all.
This is devastating to me. I can't. even begin to tell you how devastating this is. And I don't blame him. Take the gig, I guess.
I mean, he looks like he's wearing a mask.
I know.
Fucking-
Listen to him harmonize. Go on! Go on! It's like Animal is singing behind him.
They look like a cover band.
They really do. Yeah, it's like we're in a bar in Fresno. He's trying to do it, but they're playing it weird.
Yeah.
There's a guy with a pig nose behind him. I don't even know what
Got like
that guy's
messed up
playing.
lipstick for some reason.
Well, that's him. That's what he does. That's his
okay,
look.
never mind that.
Yeah.
Performing in front of the animal blowjob scene from The Shining, right?
I'm just describing Cure things. Like, and he's doing that too. That's
Robert Smith puts on lipstick like Steve Buscemi does in Billy Madison. That's how he puts on. Glad I called that guy.
Come back. Come back.
Okay, that's all we needed to really see.
That's enough. That is enough.
I just wanted to share that with you. You know, one of my most embarrassing but also sweet memories is that I did have a corn face when I was a kid. I couldn't help it. I was 11 years old.
Yeah.
And I was a dark son of a bitch. I remember one time
No.
when I was like 10 years old, my dad walks in. He goes, "How did you get so friggin' dark?" I was like 10 years old already. Like,
What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened?
gee, I wonder, Dad.
Where's the pain coming from? Just tell me where it
You've got
hurts.
a great life, you little piece of shit.
Light your pants on fire.
He I remember my mom, who is no longer with us, came home. She was stopped by Circuit City and picked up Korn's new album the day it came out and brought it to me, and I was so excited. And it's one of my greatest memories, but I'm like, I just wish it was a different band. I wish he'd picked me up like anything else. Anything else other than Korn. Because now, like, you know, those memories, like, they're so fucking embarrassing where you're like, you know, like my dad's favorite band is the Doors, and I hate the Doors. And I've said this on this podcast where I'm like, someday he's gonna die, and the Doors are gonna make me cry. And they're one of my least favorite fucking bands. I was like, I just wish he had a little better taste in music. So now, like,
Doors are good.
Korn and the Doors are like two of my real nostalgic bands, and I fucking hate both of them. Oh my
Your
god,
parents really blew it.
they really did. I wish I had
blew
cooler
it.
parents, dude.
Yeah.
I wish my dad was Bob
dad was into the
Dylan.
Doors. I wouldn't mind my dad being into the Doors, but you know, he liked Beach Boys and fucking
Your dad like Beach Boys? I love the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
Beach Boys, and my parents were like Beach
But he's
Boys.
like more Kokomo Beach Boys, not like.
I think my dad's top band is the Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
Let's pull them up. Will you pull them up? Let's give them a
I
listen.
don't. And my dad was never like, you got to hear this cut, you know.
Yeah.
My mom was always Bee Gees, fucking Beach Boys, Roger Miller, and then
Yeah, she liked like just 70s, whatever.
yeah. It's not what I'll fucking kill you.
No, it's
Fucking
good
Bee-
stuff.
No, you're whatever. My mother, you cocksucker. No, I'm kidding around. But
The only woman Jackson respects. That's only because half of her is him.
that's only because I have to share flesh. I'll begrudgingly respect the woman. The rest of you.
You really are a ghoul.
I do this to appease mommy.
Mommy.
That Rodney Dangerfield joke, you know that one where he's like talking about dating a bougie girl, and he's like, "Yeah, this girl's real classy, you know, except for when she starts talking about her parents, she'll be like, I find that the whole strive for an upper class living is very bourgeois. That's why I moved far away from mommy and daddy." You got the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. I'm excited for this. This is probably gonna be edgy shit right here.
I think
I can't wait.
I think they have the world record for the most people on a Billboard topping hit. Just a random fact I heard once. That I had the
They had a
opportunity-
hit.
Yeah, I think they were on the top 40. I was trying to find for what, but like, yeah.
Wow.
I think it was just like a Christmas song or some shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They rip, dude.
They had more people than Slipknot. Slipknot should be up there
That'd be funny. Mormon Tabernacle Choir and Slipknot clothes.
together.
Like a Guar style fucking Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
I wish I could think of one Slipknot song to sing.
Yeah, me
Like I can't think of one.
Duality, dude. It's the shit.
Like
Okay.
like in the philosophy. What
No,
do
their
you mean?
song duality. It's like
oh.
their biggest hit. Yeah, this rips.
Oh yeah.
Them.
Look at
Oh
all those
my God.
closeted gay men.
None of them are wearing pants.
They're in the ass of the man in front of them.
That's called daisy chain.
Yeah. Hey, you're a tenor. You're behind me. Get back here.
Look at
This is
them.
William H. Macy in that motherfucker. He would have made a great Mormon.
God, look at these guys. They never have caffeine, right?
No, they can have
they only-
Coca-Cola and shit.
They only have impure
course.
thoughts. That's the only thing they
Yeah,
can
yeah.
get excited about.
I feel like they dominate every industry because they have none of those like
Vices,
evil.
yeah,
well,
yeah.
yeah,
Like
Yeah.
FBI loves Mormons. 'Cause
Jesus,
you can't
that's
have
like 400 Hillary Clintons right there.
They're perfect.
Holy shit.
Ay, ay, ay.
Ramsey
Yum,
always
yum.
used to talk about how Hillary Clinton dresses like Kim Jong-un.
Jackson, it's a choir of mommies.
Jackpot. Yum, yum.
I just want to be swaddled by all of you.
Yeah. She can swaddle me any day. That
Is
one
she
on
the
the
singer
right.
of My Chemical Romance? I'm surprised they let that haircut
Hey,
in.
thank God for 1978, right? They
Yeah.
finally let black
got a
people
black
in.
guy.
1978.
Yeah.
That's more recent than I would have guessed.
Yeah. It was more reason for me, too. I was like, weren't we supposed to be ahead of the civil rights movement because we talked to God? Nah, a little behind. It was God who came to man.
Just like after the flood.
Oh, that's beautiful, though.
It is nice.
It's really relaxing. I actually kind of like the Mormon Tabernacle Choir.
You're getting older.
I know, dude. It's soothing.
Hello.
It makes the demons quiet.
Is that Tuesday, Thomas?
I love how the age range is so... Because there's, like, no difference between a 22-year-old Mormon and a 72-year-old Mormon. There's no generational difference whatsoever, so they kind of all mingle. Like, they're all
Yeah, they don't
60.
believe other different things.
Yeah, they all have the same beliefs, the same
Yeah.
dress, the same... You can...
They're all 80 on the inside.
You guys should figure out some nasty shit to say with this playing in the background.
Yeah, well, we're working on it. I'd like to suck and fuck up and down every delicious virgin. I don't know.
None of them are virgins, right?
Yeah.
I mean, perfunctory to the marriage, they had to lose their virginity, but inside they're still virgins, I feel.
You feel like there's some new territory in there that hasn't been explored.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'd like to give these women their first orgasm. And the men,
You
too.
really-
Fuck it.
You really are a progressive guy.
I am,
You
yeah.
know?
I want to help them. I'm trying to help you. You've got to believe me. That's like walking into a Sunday school. You girls, I'm trying to help you. This is BYU, 18 and up.
You are like the guy. You ever seen the Rumspringa documentary? So you know what a Rumspringa is?
No.
It's like when Amish people turn like 15 or 16, they're allowed to go.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I've
they're-
heard about
They're
that.
allowed to go into regular society for like a summer.
Yeah, then they decide if they want to be an Amish
Yeah,
person.
yeah,
right?
exactly.
Right.
And they all hang out with like Jacksons, and they like go. They're in like rural Pennsylvania. And the guy's like smoking meth. And it's like, "What's up, baby? You want to fuck? Come on now. You're back. Welcome to society."
They fix him up with a guy that will make
Like,
you.
I want to be Amish.
Yeah, he's hired by the Amish.
Yeah, to be like
scam
make
him.
it seem like the worst.
They're like, "Good lord, electricity's awful."
The real world really ups the aging process.
Jackson just buys a house 50 feet down the street.
Every summer, a new crop of 16-year-olds come through here, and I scare them back to the farm.
I would love
Electricity makes me want to stab
Yeah,
people.
they pay me in fudge.
that. Oh, girls, it's Rumspringa time.
Yeah, you're probably some like demon in Amish folklore. There's like a drawing of him, a carving of him on a wooden board.
The
Rumspringa.
squonk is a
Yeah.
rural Pennsylvania.
Yeah, exactly.
Squonk, baby. Squonk, baby. Squonk. Rumspringa sounds like an Amish horror film.
It really does.
Like an Amish dude on a killing
And you're the
spree.
star of it.
I love it. I love the scoldings.
I was thinking we should, if this podcast ends up doing big things, I think one of the first things I'll do with the Patreon check is hire a dominatrix to come in here and verbally just abuse you. And that'll be a whole episode.
That's how you'll pay me.
We'll just hire a dominatrix to come here, just embarrass you and humiliate you and shame you.
Okay. Well, I'm already half hard from dudes doing it. So let's bring on the gals. Huh? You don't want to know what happens. I'll ruin this couch.
Oh, good Lord. I'll pay her and I'll be like, you can't touch him.
Yeah,
You can't even.
the only rule.
It just has to come from your voice.
He'll explode.
Yeah. It's for your own good.
Jackson gets sued for workplace harassment at a dungeon.
Even they thought I was taking it a little too far.
And it's like the investigator's like, well, what did he say? And she's like, it's not really it's how he said. It's like it's a vibe. I can't really.
It was like a non-verbal thing. It just freaked me out.
Yeah,
He said jerk me off, mommy, but something about the way that he said it.
Jerk me off, mommy.
Like he said it like beam me up Scotty, like a fucking nerd. I was so turned off I want him arrested. Jerk me off, mommy.
Yeah, he said it in Klingon.
No.
He knows Klingon. This is how we find out Jackson's fluent in Klingon.
I know the basic cadence. I don't know Klingon. Girls, I don't know Klingon, please.
Girls, I don't know Klingon.
All the girls that know Klingon, I'll pass. Hey, I'm kidding around. I'm sure they're beautiful.
Well, that's like banging your sister.
No, my sister didn't get down with a nerd.
No,
shit.
I mean, it's just you have so much in common with them that it's like their family.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm not saying your sister knows Klingon.
Okay, I thought you were saying my sister wasn't hot. I was gonna fight you.
I didn't say that. I have no opinions on your sister whatsoever.
Don't you
I
ever
think
talk
she's
about
hot.
it? Okay, there we go.
Have you met her?
You'll respect her.
Yeah, in Utah.
You did? Okay.
You'll respect her. People are always surprised that my sisters are.
It's funny that
attractive.
you're
I
demanding
wasn't
respect
'cause
by
you-
me saying
yeah.
to say she's hot.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Say it. Say it.
I
My
wasn't.
sister's the second hottest person I know behind my mom. You know what I'm talking about.
I wasn't surprised Jackson's sister was hot because he told me even beforehand.
I didn't want you to be all weird and start crawling up her skirt. It was for her protection. Okay?
I got to reiterate my preemptive speech. Now, upon Jackson Banks' arrest, I will admit there were red flags I chose to ignore. You have to understand, he's gifted comedically, so I assumed we were all just goofing around.
Thank you for calling me gifted in your speech, distancing yourself from me.
Willie,
Call you.
Willie said at the Improv, he goes, it's hilarious how much I respect you as a comedian and how little I respect you as a person.
Hey, you know, we pay for everything in one way or another.
We were talking about the pod, and Willie goes, Jackson's so funny and original, but then you get him talking about anything at all about women.
It's become this just scientific.
I know, dude. Dexter.
Like you're describing like a frog you're about to dissect. Oh my god.
To Dexter's Gynecology Laboratory.
Dexter, OBGYN.
They get out of my laboratory.
We might be on two different Dexters here.
Oh, yeah. I'm talking about Dexter's lab. You're talking about Dexter, the murderer.
You're talking about the cartoon?
Also a hot-ass sister. Hot-ass sister in Dexter's lab. Hi, Chihuahua.
Oh, my God. You know what? If this podcast really does take off, we'll sterilize you.
Pay for my chemical castration.
Like, let's just make sure.
Tell me what the Patreon goes to.
Yeah, in the interest of longevity of your career, we're going to sterilize you with our Patreon money.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for setting me free.
You just returned to the Mormon church.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't know what I was thinking. I feel so clear now. I need to get back to the
I'm a
church.
priest now.
Thank you for saving me from Satan.
Oh, my balls are gone. I can hear God.
You would. If you got rid of your sex drive, you would just go back to Nephi, Utah, marry
Exactly.
6 or 7 girls.
Yeah. No sex drive needed for that.
No, none. You would just sit there, because like we talked about this. Every Mormon is like so emasculated. Like all the Mormon
Oh, yeah.
men, they're very like soft spoken. They've just had They're like neutered.
They're not because they're not really taught to embrace their sexuality
Right.
in a way, and you can see. And it's like a rubber band because they don't do it, you know, and they don't embrace, and then they get to college and it's like, rubber band snaps, fucking come everywhere, you know.
Yeah,
All the Mormons I know from Hawaii are like Tongan football players.
I know.
Like, that's like all they fucking.
BYU.
Every Mormon I know is like 6'6" and fucking D1 athlete.
Brilliant move by BYU.
Yeah, for real.
To touch into
Just
Hawaii.
convert Tonga.
They have the most amazing offensive line.
Yeah, it's
They always
incredible.
do. Well, yeah, I mean, they have like the NFL's like full of like Polynesian, or is that like an outdated term? Polynesian.
Yeah, no, Polynesian, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like all.
I don't know if I'm saying like Oriental or something. You know what I mean?
Polyamorous Nesians. Polyamorous Nesian.
I think Samoan men have like a 1.5% chance of playing in the NFL or something
That's
crazy
like,
that.
way higher
Yeah.
than anybody else.
Yeah.
Everyone else is like 0.000. So
Yeah.
a Jew is.
It's so funny how like if like these there's always these giants. Like I follow Max Preps. Do you follow them? They're like it's like a sports Instagram. I mean, they're a whole thing. They do all the football and they do all the high school sports rankings. But they're always every couple of years will feature some athlete who's like some basketball player where they're like somebody just threw him on a court and he's like 7'6" and he's like 13 and he's like a newborn deer. He like can't move. He doesn't know how to move at all. But they're like, just figure it a little bit out
Yeah,
and
once
you
he
will be
can
a
walk.
millionaire. Yeah,
The last 5 minutes, I just had to.
yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Jackson's like, I got my own high school ranking. It's a lot different.
Most groomable. The groom draft.
We did joke about you being a creep like that, but in all reality, you're into like older women, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty much anyone who's down.
Jesus, I sent you a BP fastball right down the middle.
I meant above 21. No. I like, yes. I know this is the torture.
Like, you don't like children, right? And he's like, well, I wouldn't say that.
You're like, it's like interviewing Jerry Sandusky.
There's that moment where they're interviewing Jerry Sandusky, and they go, "Are you attracted to children?" And he goes, And you're like, "Oh my god,
Come on.
Jesus!"
I meant I like also women who are my age and older. I meant anything over 21. I meant anything over 24.
Just stop.
Just
stop. I couldn't have.
It's all for your sins. It's all for your sins.
Not have given you a slower ball right down the middle. Swing and a miss.
I like mommy. I like not so mommy. You know, I like. Yes, I like older women.
Yeah. Oh, wow, you finally got there. What was that, 3-4 minutes later? You finally get there. Oh, good Lord. I'll have some choices in the editing room to make.
Older than someone, you know.
That's his. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. She's older than something. Yeah.
You really were trying to clean it up for me. I wouldn't have it. I said no. What are you gonna kill the goose that lays the golden eggs? I am a monster.
Next week, Zach's in that spot right there. We're doing a GoFundMe for Jackson's bail arraignment. Again, there's no proof. They just felt like they should arrest him.
Turns out people do listen to this podcast, and they're all in law enforcement.
In like criminal trials, you need like 99% burden of truth.
Yeah.
Like truth, they were able to do that just on vibes.
Nobody's saying anything. There's no body count. The search history runs clean, but we still feel like it's just better if we just put them away.
We've come to a consensus.
I
We've
am
got a
go-
hunch.
If I leave this whole thing in, I am gonna repeat my question and then your answer, and then I'm gonna go rewind and then play it again. I can't believe
I meant within the bounds of the law, for God's sake.
Well, there you have it, folks. There's another episode of Concrete Kicks.
Which in some states is.
Is banned.
You know, have you heard Jackson's theme? This is Jackson's theme. This is what you. If you actually look into Jackson's eyes, this is what you hear. Oh, Christ Almighty! Oh. Okay, folks. There you have it. There's another episode of Cockkick. Thanks to Zach Stein. Thanks to Everclear and Korn for guesting on the show. The Mormon Tabernacle Choir. Appreciate you guys swinging by the
great.
studio.
They were the best one.
They really were. Willie Simon at Willie Simon _
Yeah.
New clips on Instagram every day.
Yeah,
This boy's
dude.
going to blow up soon.
Dude, I've been posting them up. Check them out.
One of the best stand-ups around. Also, we got Jackson Banks at Campy Jacky on Instagram and at Camp Jacky on YouTube. Another great filmmaker and comedian. Check out his stuff. He's a brilliant boy.
Album soon. Mwah.
At Hack Stein across social medias if you want to follow Zach Stein for anything. My
I wouldn't. But
oh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get out of here. I didn't mean to butter them up so much and then say nothing about you.
Also, Zach's here.
I apologize. That did sound awful. Zach's also a very funny stand-up comedian. And, if you're in Europe, catch me March 7th to March 25th, all across. I'll be doing Germany, Switzerland, Luxembourg, Amsterdam, a couple other countries that I'm forgetting about. It's going to be a good tour. Thank you guys for listening. And remember, we're just kidding. All right, folks. Have a great day.